All right, wonderful.
Jai Baba. Next month, with the month of Kartik in Indian according to Indian calendar, it will be Kartik month when Baba had visited Pandharpur. So our center has planned 2 days program in Pandharpur that will be on Saturday and Sunday for I think 13, 12th and 13th. 12th and 13th. We will be staying overnight there, and we will have programs, 2, 3 programs there. So this time it will be a different I think for us, because until this time nobody has thought of paying a visit. In fact, we were trying, we were talking about it that we should go to Pandharpur once because Baba had visited that place. But then there was no occasion. Perhaps it was not to be a ripe time. And now the young people have taken lead, and then they have planned a 2 days program. About 100 people have registered their names. So, and Pandharpur is not such a good city where the people from the very sophisticated atmosphere, they can be accommodated or they can be comfortable there. But in anyway, in his Baba's name, that is why we are making this adventure. It's for me, it will be definitely adventure. I cannot walk without walker. People have to assist me in walking, and we will be having nice programs there. Definitely, I think. So next Sunday and Saturday and Sunday, we will be going to Amparpur on 12th and 13th. If at all something comes in between, then I will inform you in advance. For the time being, I am not postponing the Friday program. I am not postponing it. But if at all any obstacle comes, then I will inform you in advance. So please excuse me for that. Now, these workers, those people who make it a practice of visiting Pandharpur every year. There are 2 Ekadashis. One is Ashadi Ekadashi. Ashadi is the month of rainy season, and another is Kartik, which is the next month of this month also. It will be next month. So we have uh, we have chosen this Kartik because Baba had visited in the month of Kartik. Kartik is a Marathi name by Marathi calendar. Now this worker is many of the people, right from the old ladies, then young boys, young children, they make it a point to visit Pandharpur at least once in this year, either on Ashad or in Kartik. And lakhs and lakhs of people gather there. In spite of they walk the whole distance. Wherever they are, they will walk from there. In Maharashtra, in Pune, we have 2 sources where from the palki. It is called a palki, it's palanquin. It is called palki. It starts from one starts from Alandi, where Daneshwar was born, and then Daneshwar has worked there. He has his Avatarikwar has been there, and another is Tukaram. It is in the same area, but not very far off, and not very close also. That is Dehu. From Dehu, one palki comes in a number of in numbers. Then many small villages or many small places where some saintly persons have dwelled and stayed there. So there, from there also, this party goes, and on that particular day of Ekadashi, they all gather there, and they have a lot of programs, kirtan and this bhajan and everything, and then feeding and everything. And as we know that Gadge Maharaj was a person who had built so many, who had done such a who had made such a great
Ralph.
great job in he had made such a great job in constructing dharmashalas that we call for common people to stay, and there used to be a free food which he used to collect money from the rich people and distribute to the poor people, the food items. So this is the usual thing which Gadge Maharaj used to do. And Gadge Maharaj had a great faith in Mere Baba. He had a great faith in Mere Baba. In the end, in the last years of his life, he had gone to Merazad, and he had told Baba that Baba, enough now for me. I have become old, and I cannot just pull with this whole activities now. So Baba had said, uh, don't worry, don't hurry up for that. Still, you have to do some work which you'll have to do, and thereafter we'll see that. So that's what Baba had said, and then he invited Baba to Pandharpur. Baba went to Pandharpur. Baba stayed there overnight, and there was a nice program. And as we know that Madhusudana composed a beautiful song, Aho Ala Paha Deva Ala. And he sang before Baba. Baba abruptly asked him, "Well, have you any new?" He said, "Yes, Baba." And then without harmonium and without any accompaniment of tabla and harmonium, he started singing, and that turned out to be a best song, so very popular song. And we are not talking about that song. What I emphasize today is that these workers have some sort of a custom. They, whenever anybody goes to Pandharpur and comes back, and those who are not able to go, they will contact that person who has gone to Pandharpur and taken the darshan of Vitthal, and they will bow down to him. They will bow down to their Varkari. Those who go, they are called Varkari. Vari means repeated coming and going, coming, going. Every periodical going and coming. So once here they go, that's why they are called Varkari. There is so many people in different customs, different different levels of society, poor people, rich people, they all participate in this as a Varkari. So that Varkari, when he goes there and come back, the people, in local people who are not been able to go, they will go to him and bow down to him. And that bowing down will be not just bending, it will be putting forehead on the feet of that person. The faith is, the feeling is that that person has contacted Vitthal in Pandharpur, and he had a fortune to go there and take darshan of Vitthal. And I want to draw that fortune for me by bowing down to him. Then many people have a habit that any saintly person, without knowing whether he is a genuine or not, if he is any ochre colored, they will go and bow down to him. And that bowing down will be putting your head on that on the feet of the person. There are examples. There are examples. When we, as Baba lovers, when you talk about this bowing down, Baba has strictly forbidden his Mandali, all his lovers, from bowing down to somebody, trying to get benefit, and from getting bowed down. Both he has restricted. He has forbidden the Mandali and all the lovers from these activities, from the activity of bowing down and getting bowed down. Now, what can be the reason? What can be the reason? It is said that the the, the portion of our lower feet, that is the flat portion below our feet. I do not know what it's called in English, but that is supposed, and the fingers, they are supposed to be the carriers of samskaras, very sensitive carriers of samskaras. So whenever somebody bows down, he puts, consciously or unconsciously, he puts his samskaras on our feet. You cannot cope up your own samskaras. And this is taking somebody else's samskaras also, which you are not authorized to take. It is only senti personalities or the perfect masters who have that capacity to take over the samskaras and burn them to ashes. That is the only perfect master have that authority. All these saints, senti persons, saints, ordinary saints by putting colored clothes, such saints, they don't have that authority. And then they don't have capacity to hold that samskaras. It is burdening their own samskaras. And the person who pulls his samskaras is also in a sort of a awkward situation, embarrassing situation, difficult situation. So this bowing down takes so much of carrying samskaras from this end to that end, that into this. And since the lower part of the feet, that is the best carrier of samskaras, the person put their head there and they put all that samskar there. And one is authorized, the one who has that capacity, like a perfect master, who can only capable of getting bowed down and taking over the samskaras. So Baba's people were very much particular about this, not to bow down to anybody and not getting bowed down, especially getting bowed down. That was not at all expected of any of Baba people. But what happens is that supposing I am there and somebody comes and bow down to me, I may not dislike, I may not like it. But then that thought remains in my mind. Yes, somebody had come and he bowed down to me. Unconsciously, that samskar is there created in me. So this to remain away from bowing down is also very important. In my own case, I had told you once that I was sent to a Joshi Maharaj in Pune. A letter was to be carried to him, and Baba Eres was looking for somebody, some young man like me, to go on bicycle and hand over the letter. And Baba allowed me to go there. I went there. I handed over the letter, and he made me wait a little time just so that he can arrange the letter. And he said that what if at all I want to convey anything to Baba, I will convey to you only. Till that time, please get seated. So I sat there, and then after delivering that letter, he gave me prasad, which I held my hand and come to Baba. And Baba said, "You can eat this." But then Baba pointedly asked me, "Have you bowed down there? Have you bowed down there?" And very serious, with very serious gestures on his face. He said, have you bowed down there? No, I didn't bow down. And as a over smart person, I added that I never bow down to anybody except Baba you. Baba just nodded his head. And then when I examined my life, really, what I had told Baba, that was true. That was true. That was correct. Because in my young age, when we were children, we used to go for kirtan. So many people used to go and bow down to that one who does that kirtan. They don't have authority. They are just simple persons giving talks like that. But then bowing down is something great. It shows that you are a sentient person. So people used to go and bow down, but I never felt like that. It's not that I deliberately avoided, but I did get a chance, get a thought also. Another person was same as the Shishya, the disciple of Gadi Maharaj. His name was Anandra Baba. So whenever I had occasion to go along with my elder sister, and she would take cousin sister, she would take me. And when if I am appearing for examination, she will say that the boy is appearing for such examination. Baba, you gave me blessings, and he will put some powder for some ash from his stock, and then give that to me, and I will keep it and keep it, or where I will never think about it, whether it has been thrown away or it has been. I was not very much particular about all that. I had some occasion to meet some greatly uh, real people, real saintly persons. But surprisingly, they have never asked me. They have never expected me to go to bow down. They didn't expect it. They just stretched their hands, and I just had shake hand with them. They are very greatly persons, have a good followers. Such also I have experienced. So in my case, only Baba was very particular about that. I should not bow down to anybody. Then I recently I have read about this Savak Kotwal. Savak Kotwal was very much fond of going to saintly persons and bow down and doing this and that, and was very mad after this sort of thing. Contact the sadhus and saintly persons without knowing, without having proper knowledge about that. But then once he went to Upasni Maharaj, that was in Pune. Upasni Maharaj come in Pune, and Savak Kotwal went there to take his darshan. Now that particularly, Upasni Maharaj strictly warned his people, don't allow anybody to bow down to me. And people were telling, going people for darshan, they are going inside. They caution them, don't bow down to Upasni Maharaj. And it so happened that nobody had told Savak that he should not bow down. When he went inside, he garlanded Upasni Maharaj, and he put his feet on to put his head on the feet of Upasni Maharaj. And Upasni Maharaj gave a hard slap to him. and said, "You are putting yourself into a ditch. You are putting me on the ditch. Don't you know that you are not, nobody has to bow down." Savuk was very much embarrassed, and when he came out, he was very nervous. He was very upset, felt felt very insulted. And when he was going, deciding that I will never come here again now, I will never come to Fatih Bharat. When he was leaving, somebody, some of this Fatih Bharat person, he goes then and tells him that what Upasni Maharaj said, that don't feel bad about it. It is a blessing to you. It is for his one own work that Upasni Maharaj slapped you. So don't take insulting. And he felt very much consoled. Thereafter, again he goes to Sakori. And Sakori also, Upasni Maharaj again gave him hard slap. But that time he didn't fail. Didn't felt about felt insulted or something. He came to know that all these things are for removing of samskaras. And the same person, when he went to one person by Tipu Baba, he was a chargeman of Pune, chargeman of Mumbai. He had gone there, and when he tried to bow down to Tipu Baba, he gave me such a hard kick. Tipu Baba, all these things, they matter. They matter very much for us. As Baba has said, that nobody has that capacity. There has been many distractions on this particular subject. Baba also, I think Baba also had a somebody, people have told Baba that out of respect for elderly people, they are our relations, they are elderly people. Out of our respect, we just simply bow down to them. And that, for that matter, Baba has not, just strictly forbidden that sort of a thing. If it is with a respect for the elderly people, it's all right. There was a discussion before a marriage that was in Nerazad. I had given my regular visit, and whenever I go to on regular visit, I will sit with Eres for a long time, either along the sessions which he was holding, and also a private talk with Eres so many times. So that time, a girl from Bengal, I think, she said to Eres, see the interpretation which Eres makes. She told Eres that Eres Kaka, we have a custom in our religion that whenever there is an elderly person from our own family, so it is my grandfather, it is my grandfather, it is my uncle, it is my aunt. They are old people. They are very respectable for me. If I bow down to them, this is a custom. It's very usual. Eres has given a bit very strange answers. Eres didn't show that he has objection to that also. But then what he said that yes, I know that, but why want to pull the feet of that person? Why want to pull him down? That is that is the answer which Eres gave. Sometime there was once Erich, a small boy had bowed down to Erich, and Erich got very upset, very strangely, very strangely. He has made this boy to stand before him. He has made that boy before him and before his parents. He made that boy stand before him and bow down to him in reciprocation because Yaraj was not supposed to get bowed down. So just to equate that, cancel that, he himself bowed down to that boy, and the parents become very embarrassed. But then Yaraj was very particular about this, very very particular. It is different thing that we just out of respect we just little bent and see Jai Baba or Ram Rama or whatever it may be. But then bowing down on the feet is something different. That feet, I said, this is the best carrier of samskaras. That is the reason when we go to temples, in the temple, it is supposed to be an atmosphere which is of good samskaras. A good atmosphere. All the people come with devotion, and that devotion creates sort of a good samskaras. And when the people go to temple, they are supposed to wash their feet. My wife was very much particular about she won't allow a child, a boy or girl to enter the house without their washing their feet. She would ask them to wash their feet and then come inside. So these old old time people, they knew the importance of the bowing down. And then why we should wash our feet and go into the temple? We have now we have to remove our shoes, our footwear. We have to remove and keep it outside beyond the threshold of that temple or whatever it may be. It was very unusual for Western people. Very unusual, isn't it? But then that is that has a meaning. And then with clean feet, you go into the temples. There is a give and take of sanskaras, of good sanskaras, because you are clean at the place where the entry of sanskara is there, or the outgoing of sanskara is there. So this washing the feet while going to eat, it is very common amongst these Muslims. Whenever they go into the masjid, they wash their feet. But when the six people, or I mean these Sardar, they have the sort of the water surrounding to the main temple. And when they enter, they will wash their feet and then enter. It is an arrangement made in many of the temples and many of the gurudwaras. So every in Indian society, this bowing down has a different importance. Small children are taught, elderly people teach them that whenever elderly person comes, you just go and bow down to him. And the child will come and try to bow down to him. In our group, I always say that if any child comes to bow down to me, I say that he must be much ahead of me because he must be from old Baba people. His soul must be from old stock of Baba lovers. He must be reborn Baba lovers, and then I am not authorized to take bowing down from him. Once it so happened that one person who had come to Baba, he had a habit of going to some saintly persons in, and once when he came there was a talk about he is going to some saintly person. And Baba just took some extra interest in that person's habit, and Baba said, "Why you go there?" What the answer that person gave is, "Baba, you remain in seclusion for months and years. If you come out of seclusion, you have rare chances you give for darshan. So we feel much missing that sort of a contact with you. And then as an alternative, as a compromise, we go to the saintly person and sit there, bow down to him. Baba listened very carefully, very smilingly, and said, "Fine." And what he had said, that there also, if I go to any saintly person, there also we see you in him. And Baba nodded out of his mischievous eyes. He says, "Fine. You see me in him. Very much fine. Why don't you see me in lepers? You should go to lepers and bow down to him. Because I am there also. I am more there in lepers. Why don't you go and bow down to him?" That is the answer which Baba had given. So every time Baba shut that habit of people going and bowing down to several personalities and putting their problems and putting their desires and this. So unless that person has a capacity, it's very dangerous to go to such people and bow down, especially the bowing down. It has a different repercussions of that act. I am really, if I broadly examine about broadly say that I have not found this sort of bowing down in the Westerners. I don't know whether I'm correct, but I have never seen Westerners bowing down like that. Of course, they have their priest, a chief priest, where they I do not know whether they bow down or not, but maybe bowing down. But the chief priest, they give much importance. Otherwise, as it is common in our culture, bowing down is not common. I have not seen any Westerner bowing down to another person. Even I have never seen a Westerner, I mean, paying respect by bowing down to Eraj or Meni or anybody or the Mandali people. I never seen that. I do not know, but I'm not very much sure, but I have not seen that. But it is very common in Indian culture, very much common. And that is why Baba has always warned the people, don't allow anybody to bow down to you. Now, there are occasions when we are unable to stop the people, in the sense that we are not conscious that when they will just bow down. Even their touching our feet is also not fair, not good. But more concern is about the putting their forehead on our feet. That is more matter of concern. I will tell you one example why I say that the person who gets bowed down, he should have a capacity to take the samskaras. There was one occasion in East-West gathering. those people who have attended that East-West gathering, they may or may not have, noticed this. But one Mr. Thade, he was a officer working among the nomadic tribe people. Nomadic tribe means who never settle down in one place. They keep on moving from here to there, day to day. They have their own huts. Wherever they go, they see open space. They will put their hut and then stay there for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and they have their own resources of getting money. They are there are they are stealing the money also. They are cheating the people also. Everything is there. But such people, it's called Kanjar Bhat. That community is called Kanjar Bhat. That community is also, what should I say, violent type people, quarreling type people. Now, when Baba came to Guruprasad, Baba, that Thade, he thought of bringing those people to Baba Darshan. And he asked Baba, and Baba said, all that, bring them. And he goes there and tell this, there is this locality, some ground where they were staying, they had several huts. That he told the people that I am going to take you tomorrow to the darshan, to taking darshan of God. So be prepared, tomorrow I will come and take you all there. And they had best of their clothes. They wore their clothes and they put on best of their clothes and all that, whatever they had, bangles and this and that. With that, the whole team of people, there may be about 30, 40 people, the whole ladies generally, the whole team of people came for Baba's darshan in East-West gathering. And the person who had brought them, he was standing some away from that stage. And the people were passing in front of the stage, putting their head on Baba's feet, and then going ahead. Baba giving them blessings and all that. After it was over, all these people were finished. Baba looked at that person, Mr. Thade, who had brought these people. He looked at Mr. Thade and showed him his Baba's own feet. Baba showed his feet. And there was a swelling on Baba's feet. So much of swelling of Baba's feet, Baba showed that to Thade, and Thade was very much emotional. He started weeping because he had created that burden on Baba. That is what he felt. And Baba said, why you are crying? These are the people for whom I have come. These are the people from whom I have come on this earth. So you need not to worry about it. This is the taking of samskaras, and this is the importance of bowing down. So bowing down is not a easy and unimportant thing. It's a very rare for us. There is no place anywhere to put our head except Baba's Samadhi. And earlier days, there are two major changes, maybe more. There are more, but I will be telling. The two changes, prominent changes. One is that every time the Westerners are not used to take out their shoes if they are maybe they are waiting, they are sitting in a program. They will not remove the shoes. They will sit on the chairs and they will sing and whatever is there. But on stage, they will take their shoes. But in the course of time, all these years watching the people, what is the customs of Indian people, invariably they will take out their shoes. They have been told also. They have been told also that you have to remove shoes. When this that Israel person who had little criticized Baba, Paul Brenton, when he was in India, he went to the darshan of Baba Jan. And Baba Jan, he was going inside, Baba was lying on the cot. Along with him, there was somebody, must be Jal or somebody. When he started going without removing shoes. That Jal or somebody, he told him to remove your shoes. Then he removed the shoes and went inside and met Baba Jan. So this removing of shoes, when I had a program in Sufi center, there are many methodical people. But one thing I just requested them, before going on the stage, I will remove my shoes and I will bow down to the picture which is placed there right at the entrance of the stage. These two things I requested them, but they very willingly said yes to that. And then on the stage, wherever I went, we were sitting without shoes, with remover shoes. So this is a change which is being observed among the Westerners also. They also nowadays, whenever they go for a program, they will remove their shoes. Dr. Gani was very particular about it. Whenever now he was an old man, it was difficult for him to bow down and remove shoes and put on again, unless somebody help him. But for people like us, we could help him. But at certain places, it was difficult for him to bow down and remove and put on the shoes. So in some of the temples, when his program was there, invariably he has removed his shoes. He was a chain smoker. Invariably, he during the whole program, invariably he has avoided to take any puff. Such things, when we observe, especially when it concerns to God, man, or spiritual masters, all these things are required to be observed. And especially today, I want you to put more emphasis on this bowing down. More emphasis on bowing down. One last story I was listening. One Raja Harishchandra. He was from the Ram was from his family. That whole he was in Satya Yuga or earlier to that, and then Ram was there in Satya Yuga. So that Harishchandra, Raja Harishchandra was very pious person, very pious person, and the mischievous god Shani. I do not know what they called him to Shani. Perhaps you may get it from
Saturn.
Dear Prakash. That Shani was a mischievous god. He will never allow anybody to live quietly. He was after him. Now this man is very much pious, and I am not getting chance to enter his body. So once it so happened that a little space of his foot on the backside, it was open. A very small space was there, and that Shani entered from there and he has ruined that person, ruined the whole life of Raja Harishchandra. This beautiful story about it. So this sort of a thing to avoid, we have to observe always certain things, and especially when Baba has emphasized that, so we are bound to do that, and we need to do that. With this, I will take up some ghazal if you at all you feel it is 9 o'clock, beyond 9. Would you like to have a ghazal?
Yes, please. Yes, I guess.
Yes or
Yes.
no?
No, definitely.
Yes, I know you will say yes. Yes. यही लतीफ खलिश काश दायमी हो जाए, 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 खुदा करे कि तेरी, खुदा करे कि तेरी और जिंदगी हो जाए, खुदा करे कि तेरी और जिंदगी हो जाए, खुदा करे कि तेरी. And read out the meaning. It is readily available with me, but all I want to expand, I will do with that. यही लतीफ खलिश काश सदा यमी हो जाए, खुदा करे कि तेरी जिंदगी और हो जाए. Let this enjoyable pain of love become a permanent part of my life. Let this enjoyable pain of love become a permanent part of my life. May God grant my beloved longer life, so that this love suffering sustains. Once it so happened that we were singing this ghazal before. Baba has heard this ghazal several times, and Baba had explained also the first two lines. Latish Khalif, he Latish Khalish. Khalish means the what we got scabby skin disease, and it tempts you to scratch more and more. The more you scratch, you feel good, in spite of the fact that blood may come out of it, but then the scratching is so very enjoyable. So that example is here, that scratching. Latif Khalish covers this disease of love. Let it be permanently with me, because it gives me enjoyment. It gives my pleasure. The disease of love. Once it so happened that this in Marathi it is called kharuj. This cabbage, it's not, in Hindi it is called khujli. So once it so happened that Baba was trying to explain these two lines and Eris was not able to catch up the word, to give the proper word in Marathi. Eris was not able to do that, and I was standing there when Baba was coming. I was standing there, and I just, with a feeble voice, I said that, Baba, is it kharuj? Ah, yes, yes, what is it? Say it again. So I get said kharuj. Kharuj is a proper word. Baba said kharuj is a proper word. Because if you get kharuj or cabbage, you feel like scratching it, scratching it. So that is the idea, that is the meaning which is given in this. Let this khujli or let this kharuj or let this cabbage remain there with me permanently. For that matter, because I am getting it for my beloved. For that matter, let my beloved get longer time, a longer life. तेरी खुशी ने जो शामिल मेरी खुशी हो जाए, तेरी खुशी में जो शामिल मेरी खुशी हो जाए, तो ये जिंदगी जिसे कहते हैं जिंदगी हो जाए, तो ये जिंदगी जिसे कहते हैं जिंदगी हो जाए, तो ये जिंदगी जिसे कहते हैं जिंदगी हो जाए. The meaning is, तेरी खुशी में जो शामिल मेरी खुशी हो जाए, तो ये जिंदगी जिसे कहते जिंदगी हो जाए. If I derive happiness in your happiness, if I derive happiness in your happiness, this life will become meaningful and worthy of living. This is the meaning of this stanza. If I derive happiness in your happiness, this life will become meaningful and worthy of living. Next stanza is, ये जिंदगी जिसे कहते हैं जिंदगी हो जाए, जला के सो जो अलम मुझको खाक कर देना, जला के सो जो अलम मुझको खाक कर देना, मुझको खाक कर देना, मेरी तरफ से वफा में अगर कमी हो जाए, मेरी तरफ से वफा में अगर कमी हो जाए, जला के सो जो अलम मुझको खाक कर देना, मेरी तरफ से वफा में अगर कमी हो जाए. It's a very beautiful ghazal. This next stanza is, जला के सो जो मुझको खाक कर देना. Luckily, I got the translation here. My God, what has happened? Yes. जला के सो जो अलम मुझको खाक कर देना, मेरी तरफ से वफा में अगर कमी हो जाए, burn me down to and reduce me to ashes, burn me down and reduce me to ashes. If you notice any lapse in my faithfulness and lack of integrity in my love for you, that is the challenge the lover is giving to his beloved. Burn me down, reduce me to ashes if you notice any lapse in faithfulness and lack of integrity in my love for you. This is the stanza. जला के सो जो अलम मुझको खाक कर देना, मेरी तरफ से वफा में अगर कमी हो जाए, मेरी तरफ से वफा में अगर कमी हो जाए. Next stanza is, बस एक तेरी नजर मेहरबान रहे मुझ पर. It's beautiful stanza. बस एक तेरी नजर मेहरबान रहे मुझ पर, फिर इसके बाद जमाने से दुश्मनी हो जाए. बस एक तेरी नजर मेहरबान रहे मुझ पर, फिर इसके बाद जमाने से दुश्मनी हो जाए. The meaning is, let your protective gaze or nazar be always on me. That protective gaze or nazar be always on me. Let me always be under your tender care. Then I do not care, even if the whole world turns against me. A beautiful stanza. Baba used to appreciate it very much. Let your protective gaze or nazar be always on me. Let me always be under your tender care. Then I do not care, even if the whole world turns against me. बस एक तेरी नजर मेहरबान रही मुझ पर, बस एक तेरी नजर मेहरबान है मुझ पर. फिर इसके बाद जमाने से दुश्मनी हो जाए, तो इसके बाद जमाने से दुश्मनी हो जाए, इसके बाद जमाने से दुश्मनी हो जाए. Next stanza is also very beautiful. Yes. तेरे कदम पे मेरा सर झुके तो ऐसा झुके, तेरे कदम पे मेरा सर झुके तो ऐसा झुके, हो एक सिजदा अदा पूरी बंदगी हो जाए. The meaning is, when I bow down on your feet, the subject of bowing down again comes here. When I bow down on your feet, let that one salutation be the culmination of my entire worship. Just one salutation, let it be the culmination of my entire worship, resulting in absolute surrender. Resulting in absolute surrender. A beautiful stanza. I will sing it. तेरे कदम पे मेरा सर झुके तो ऐसा झुके, तेरे कदम पे मेरा सर झुके तो ऐसा झुके, ओ एक सजना अदा पूरी बंदगी हो जाए, ओ एक सजना अदा पूरी बंदगी हो जाए, वो एक सजना अदा पूरी बंदगी हो जाए. The last stanza, it says, जो उनका हुस्न उलट दे नकाब ऐ शेरी. शेरी is the name of the poet. और जो उनका हुस्न उलट दे नकाब ऐ शेरी, तमाम आलम में इनका में रोशनी हो जाए. Baba had explained this also. The meaning is, Sheri the poet says, when he lifts the veil from his face, when he lifts the veil from his face and reveals his glory and beauty, the whole world would illuminate. Sheri the poet says, when he lifts the veil from the face and he reveals his glory and beauty, the whole world would be illuminated. जो उनका हुस्न उलट ले नकाब ऐ शेरी, जो उनका हुस्न उलट दे नकाब ऐ शेरी, जो उनका हुस्न उलट दे नकाब ऐ शेरी, तमाम आलमी इनका में रोशनी हो जाए. तमाम आदमी इनका में रोशनी हो जाए. तमाम आदमी यही लतीफ ख्वाहिश काश दायमी हो जाए. Now we take Arti, and which you would want me to take today? Which Arti?
Jahan Kalpana.
What is in a mood
Jahan
to suggest
Kalpana.
me? Jahan Kalpana. म्हटले की रे? जहाँ कल्पना शब्द न पहुँचे, ऐसे अपरंपार लेती वेद पुकारे, महिमा तोरी अपार. दिव्य सनातन परम दयाघन, दिव्य सनातन परम दयाघन, हे जगदोद्धारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो. धूप दीप चंदन चरणाना, भोग लगाना फूल चढ़ाना, तुमरा ही तुमको लौटाना, काहे बढ़ाई करो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो. सकल निधि के तुम कारण हो, सकल विश्व कारण रे हो, तुम सम और नहीं, तुम ही हो, जी सत्य अवतारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, सकल चराचर तुम्हारी माया, माया भी तो तुम्हारी छाया, तुमरा अंत न कोई माया, तुम हो अनंत करो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, अपने को जब जो नहीं जाने, महिमा तुम्हारी क्या पहचाने, जो कुछ भी कहते अनजाने, गुण गाते तुम्हारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, सीमा नाही तुम्हारी कृपा को, क्या कोई दे सकता प्रभु तुमको, भीख तुम्ही दो प्रेमियों को, नित्य तुम्हें सुमिरो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन, दिव्य सनातन परम दया घन, हे जगदोद्धारो मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, मेरे मन आरती स्वीकारो, अवतार मेहर बाबा की जय। Jai Baba, all of you.
Beautiful. Any questions, anybody? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I love that line. Meheramana arati sweetaro. You know, I offer my mind because my mind's been very busy these days. Yeah, it's like you.
You may need to say that again after now.
Yes, please.
Thank you. I like that, Archie.
Jai Baba.
Yeah,
Prakash, I have a suggestion for all these ladies. Next time when we sing Aarti, I would like them to sing Aarti.
Oh, that's a nice one. I'm sure they can sing. All of them can sing.
yeah, it's hard because of the sound, but I follow. I'm singing along too, so it's very good because I want to know where you add a syllable, you add a thing, and you know, I love hearing you sing it. But see my book, yeah.
So I mean,
that will be a fine experiment, I think.
Okay.
Go ahead, Betty.
We could try one at a time. We could, Rosalie, I know, knows them, and it would be fun to try.
No, I don't think it'd be fun. I'm practicing, but I know at the Samadhi,
Mhm.
Yes.
at least once a week, they would do these other artis. Once,
Yes.
you know, you'd hear them and I loved them, but I really could only sing that one line. Meharamana, arati sweet karo. So it's like,
Yes.
I love that line. I love that line.
So one question, Pratapji.
Yes,
Uh,
please. Yes, please. That's what I would like that any theory if you have.
Right. The thing is, I'm sure you went to perfect master samadhis like Baba Jan and Hazrat Baba Jan and Upasani Maharaj and Sai Baba and everybody.
Yes.
Did you feel that you had to bow down, or did you resist from doing that?
Uh, Actually, when we go there, when we go to Babajan Samadhi, when we go to Upasi Maharaj Samadhi, when we go to Sai Baba Samadhi, our feeling is different. Our feeling is different because we are not going there for any personal, either spiritual or material and any benefit. We don't have any sort of a desire in our mind except that they are the masters of my own Guru. Not only that, I would just say further that any place like Pandharpur, or when there is no living master or living saintly person, I feel that for any living person, for master of anybody, we should not bow down. Even perfect master. Once we have bowed down to Baba, even perfect master, we should not bow down. The reason is that the instructions given by them may conflict with each other. I will give an example. I will give an example. Baba had strictly told me never to eat this what you call custard apple. Never to eat this in your life. You should never eat this custard apple. Now, if I go to somebody, some gritty person I know is perfect master, and if he gives me that prasad, if I don't eat it, it is his insult. And I eat it, it is Baba's violation of Baba's instruction.
Mhm.
So to avoid all these things, it's better not to give any living master. But for us, now many a times we go to Baba Jan. Now when people come and they express their wish that they would like to visit the Samadhi or visit the Baba Jan or visit Narayan Maharaj, and we take them, we go there. We go there and we take them. I don't think anything is wrong in doing that. But once it so happened, now I must tell you that what happened was I don't know whether I have said it somewhere else or here, but once it so happened that the whole sahavas program was over, and then as usual Baba had given instructions that you need hereafter you have to go direct to your home, not to go anywhere, not to go anywhere. You have to go home directly, not to go anywhere. It was a many of the people they used to have a desire after they finish up with Baba, they will go to Shirdi. Especially Shirdi people like to go there and bow down there. But then once it happened that Baba had given instructions not to go anywhere after you go after the Asavas over. And when this interpretation was, when the Marathi translation was given by Dake Falkar, wrongly said that you need not even go to Sai Baba, Upasni Maharaj, and this and that, Baba Jan. And Baba stopped him. Baba was serious. Baba stopped him. Have I uttered these words? Dhakai Parkar could realize his mistake, because he said that no, Baba, and he started crying. Actually, then that particular year, Baba has allowed his lovers to visit any of the samadhis of his master, Baba's master. That particular year only. What I feel about it, the whole thing. You see, I am not, in fact, uh, capable of answering this query. But what I feel that now the statues where we go, we just usually we just fold our hand and bend our head. That's all. And now statue of Pandarpur, of Alanji, or wherever we just fold our hands and pay our respects. But it is definitely necessary that when you go to Baba's Samadhi, thereafter you should not go anywhere. Because whatever you have collected there, it should reach your home. That is what Baba had insisted every time. So after, if at all Baba has this also Baba said, if at all people want to go anywhere, they should go before they come to Samadhi. This Baba said, they may go for before coming to Baba Samadhi, but after Baba Samadhi, they should not go anywhere.
Beautiful.
Prakash, I'm clear in my...
Yeah, of course. No, you beautifully said that. Yeah. No, because I know other people talked about it, like Erich said something, and all other people have their thoughts. I just wanted to listen to you also. So thank you. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. I like to discuss such things. In fact, I'm not. We don't have any authority to say anything about that. But this specifically, I know that Baba said that if at all you want to go, you go before, but not come to me.
Perfect. Thank you. Any questions, anybody? Otherwise, we'll let Pratap ji have some rest.
But I did wonder, Pratap, I heard you talk about the I think, was it bowing down to a saint and there was just his foot was showing? I didn't understand what was it a spirit who kind of got into it was your story a while ago and I wasn't
yeah, can I say that to him?
Yes, please.
Yeah, this is a story of Satya Harishchandra. You were mentioning about Shani found a way to get into his being.
That was not full story. In fact, just to tell you that how these one's feet are, they are very sensitive to receive good or bad. Our lower feet, they are very sensitive to receive good or bad. Now, in the case of Harishchandra, a little space had left there to wash or to cover up or to wash. And then that Shani was a mysterious god. He was looking an opportunity to enter the body of Harishchandra. And through that small opening, just small space, it entered. And thereafter, it has ruined the whole life of Raja Harishchandra. Wow. There are beautiful stories about Raja Harishchandra. That is the meaning of it. And the stories of Harishchandra are also very good stories. Any time we will just discuss about it, we'll tell about that also.
Right. Beautiful stories.
Yes.
Thank you, Pratap.
Jai Baba, Jai Baba. Anybody else?
So, well, so we would want you to have rest and thank you so much. And let's all say Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. Avatar
Meher
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 Baba
Baba
ki jai.
ki
Jai.
jai.
Avatar Meher Baba ki
Baba
jai.
ki jai.
Avatar
Meher
Meher Baba
Baba
ki
ki
jai.
jai.
Jai
Thank
Baba.
you.
Good night,
Jai
Pratap.
Baba.
Baba.